My name is Emelia Hewitt. I'm an artist at Venture Arts in Manchester. Here they've helped me to find my artistic voice and try lots of new things. I'm doing a 6-week summer residency at the Whitaker, making photographs with and of the plants for the British Textile Biennial. I would describe myself as a photographer. I also do a lot of illustration in textiles, but I mainly work with photography. I enjoy doing black and white photography, working analogue and in the dark room. I love working in the dark room, and I like taking pictures around nature and water, and I like to take a lot of pictures of animals and smaller insects and plants. I like macro photography as well. I just started to work with fabric and making slightly larger pieces. I started working with fabric when I was doing cyanotypes, and I wanted to make different pieces that were a bit bigger. It was of things like taxidermy, birds and butterflies. I learnt about turmeric anthotypes, which I did, instead of using like printed photographs, I did using actual like pressed plants and flowers. For a textile biennial, I wanted to carry on using fabric but do it a bit bigger scale, and try to stop using acetate images to print and use dried flowers and plants. I dried the flowers in the microwave, and for the larger ones I did it using an iron because I didn't have time to press them in a book like you would do traditionally. I discovered a lot of things, like I've made film developers using herbs that I grow at home, like rosemary or sage. I've also learned how to make my own film and paper fix using distilled water and salt. I like being outdoors. I love being outdoors and finding patterns and shapes in nature. I also love trying to photograph smaller insects like butterflies and bees on flowers and things. I also like water. I love everything. We found a small stream in the local hills near the Whitaker where I took lots of photographs of the stream and even found some sheep behind it. Yeah, it's very easy. I discovered ways to process film and print on photo paper without using any chemicals, and using things that I found grown in places around me, as well as household items. Like table salt, coffee. I used the stove to make distilled water from frozen ice. And also going around where I live to find different berries and plants I could make anthotypes from. And then did a bit of research with sustainable darkroom books. And then the more I work with something, I tend to get a bit better. Because I like it, because I like black and white photography, like normal traditional black and white photography. So I'm happy because the more I work with like rosemary and things like that, I can get it to have like actual black and white instead of like different tones, like yellow or brown from the coffee. Because I like that I can make it sustainable and it's still to look like the things that I enjoy, like normal traditional photography. Yeah. What you're looking at. Yeah, because you don't want it to look that different. No. The biggest challenge in this project is that you can do something and it works perfectly, and then you can try it the same time. You can try it again a few weeks later and it'll be completely different. You don't know what it's going to look like before it's actually done. Everything is just as it happens. You can't like plan for it to look a certain way. It's nice that everything doesn't look exactly the same, but it can also be a bit stressful when you're doing something a bit bigger and you don't have a lot of space to be doing it over and over again. The sun is also a bit tricky to work with because it's Manchester. I just learned to work with different seasons. I got this residency at the Whitaker for Adventure Arts and the British Textile Biennial, as it fits with their theme, learning from the land.